This is a Fox News alert. We have just received a verdict in the trial of former Guantanamo detainee Ahmed Ghailani, who was accused of joining in a plot that led to the 1998 bombing of the American embassies in Tanzania and Kenya. David Lee Miller is in New York with the very latest, just coming in. David?
Brett, 285 counts. He was not guilty on all of those counts, but for one of them, Ahmed Ghailani found guilty on a single count. That was a fifth count, a conspiracy charge, conspiracy to destroy government buildings and property of the United States. And that is a charge that carries a possible life sentence, a mandatory minimum of 20 years. Now, the jury had deliberated at length today, especially after they were given some jury instructions from the judge. When the jury asked them a question yesterday to define what knowledge is required for a conspiracy, the judge had a hearing this morning. He then instructed the jury what level of knowledge is required. The jury then went back and resumed their deliberations. And it's important to put this verdict in context. This is going to be a major blow and disappointment to the U.S. government. Ghailani was the first former Gitmo detainee to be tried in a civilian courtroom. The judge in this case, Brett, earlier had decided that one of the key government witnesses, a star witness, would not be allowed to testify because the judge said his name surfaced because of coercive techniques that were used to get that name from Ghailani. So whether or not that witness would have made a difference in that trial, no one will ever know. But it is clear this is a significant disappointment to the U.S. government. The sentencing is going to take place at a future date. Ghailani, of course, is going to remain in U.S. custody. But again, repeating, Brett, he had been charged with 285 counts. 224 of them were murder charges in connection with the deaths of the victims who died in Kenya and Tanzania. He was acquitted of those charges, those most serious charges, found guilty of a single conspiracy, the conspiracy to destroy government buildings. Brett?
David Lee Miller live in New York. This is a major story with national implications. David Lee, thank you. Catherine Herridge, national correspondent, will join us at the bottom of the hour with a look at all of the implications here for the administration and what goes ahead with these trials of Guantanamo Bay detainees. We'll also talk about this with the panel tonight.